I got to get ready to go somewhere and do something important. But there's a reason why that I'm making a video about Joe Olvera. Joe Olvera passed away last year. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. That he passed away back in March of a heart attack. And you know why that I keep why I'm making this video about Joe Olvera. He was a Chicano activist. And I was sadly there, but when I was in El Paso back in 2004, 5, and 6, I didn't get a chance to meet him in person. Maybe we bumped into each other, we didn't talk because I never saw his face. I seen his face when he was younger because he was born in 1946. I mean, that he was 70 last year, yeah. And what happened is that he you know that y'all know on my videos I keep bringing up that slavery in Texas was about slavery in Texas. The reason why the Alamo happened over the issue of slavery, and as I went deeper to what he wrote, because of Vicente Guerrero, the second president of Mexico, who's the Afro Mestizo, who's also my hero. His laws, the reason why Mexico was not a slave country, okay? The Spaniards, he stopped the Spaniards from bringing Africans into slaves into Mexico. And he also was Afro Mestizo, talking about Vicente Guerrero. And I know, I keep bringing up that no one can deny that there was black mixture in Mexican heritage or history because of me living in Texas. Do you know the reason why I keep bringing it up? That the whole reason why that Sam Houston, whose name is named after the city, Stephen Austin, David Crockett, even I got Crockett, Texas, our streets, even in San Antonio, and I think in Austin, I haven't been to Austin yet, but I've been in San Antonio, and here in Houston, Fan and Lamar, those are names. I think Clay may be one of them too. These were the soldiers in the Texan army that was fighting against Santa Anna. Do you know the reason why I keep bringing it that slavery was the issue? And even Chicanos, Latinos try to debate with me. Even people African Americans try to debate with me. No, it was about slavery. Okay? Do you know the reason why I keep bringing it up? Because of that man. When I was in high school, it makes 20 years of this, when I was either in senior year, which I think was in senior year, 97, 98. I graduated 98, class 98, y'all, okay? My host graduated 97, okay? You know that story. Okay. I was reading in the Houston Chronicle, and Joe Olvera was a journalist. He would write for the El Paso Times, El Paso Herald, okay? And sometimes he'll write for other newspapers. And he wrote an article in the site I'm going to put down there, y'all click on, which is very inaccurate. It wasn't 99, it was 97, 98, because I was graduating high school. I put it to my Spanish teacher, who's my third-year Spanish teacher, who I already knew, who was Chicana, who was in the Spanish club, who was the organizer Spanish club that I was in when I was in 9th grade. I was in Spanish class. I was in Spanish class in 10th, 11, 12th grade, okay? But she was my third-year Spanish teacher, which was my senior year, because it was my fourth year in high school, but it was my third year in taking Spanish. And I would present to her, and I was telling her, yeah, there were African people in Mexico. And when she was reading the article, she said yes, and she was admitting that Texas history is very racist. And Joe Olvera was in the military, and he read that book by Rosen Swartz, I think that's her last name, Across the Rio to Freedom. Negroes, because it was 1970 something, Negroes in Mexico. You can tell by the language, it wasn't African Americans or blacks, it was Negroes in Mexico, I think written in 1974, like 5 years before I was born, which is my sister was born. And also, remember my ancestor, my third grandmother, Grandma Anna, her last name was Riles, but her dad last name was Real, which is Spanish, okay? Because he was Spanish, black Spanish Creole, okay? Because Spanish from Louisiana. Born in 1840. Okay, and she was born in 1884 and died in 74, but she was 90 years old because she was in February, because she was born in February as well. And so that comes very good, and, and FamilySearch.org as well. But anyway, So, the reason why I'm want to make a video about him because I'm back on Facebook. I'm no longer on Facebook jail, and man, I think he's married to African American descendant woman. He's Mexican, or either he's part black and part Mexican. He just looking Hispanic. I think Marco Salas. Actually he's one of the Texas council people, Congress people. I think in San Antonio. And he was saying it would be good to make a movie because I belong to a black filmmaker, Texan filmmaker group. It was good to write a movie about blacks who fought on Santa Ana side, because we always hear, which is new growing up, because we never thought a person African American would fight on the Texan side, which they did. And I remember reading books about black Texans when I was in El Paso, Texas. Two mulattoes. Yes, who were married to white women later on, not lynched, who fought on the Texan side. And I know about the slave that was forced to fight on the Texan side with Sam Houston. Yes, I do know about that too. But then I know about the African descendant people who fought on Santa Ana side. Maybe Afro-Mestizo people who didn't look black, of course, fought on Santa Ana side. But no, we don't hear about the African descendant people who don't have Hispanic origin fighting on that side. I said, I'd love to play that part in the movie. Yes, I'd love to play it on Santa Ana side, because that's my hero. Yes, Santa Ana's my hero, okay? Because he was fighting for Mexico and people African American to be free. And so, the reason I'm making this video, because it brought me back to honor, because I wanted to make a video about making honor to a tribute to the late Joe Olvera, because it wasn't for that article, the piece of newspaper that he wrote in the comments, I would not know about this. And it seemed to me he was promoting black and brown unity right there when he mentioned that, because we are not taught that in Texas. Texas is very Anglo-centric, very WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, male-dominant, pro that. You know what I'm saying? Anything of color does not get. It's a mixed race person. That's why I'm very strong about claiming my multiracial heritage. My heritage, African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, and American, even mention that. That's edited. They don't talk about black Native Americans and Creole people, and yeah, they talk about Fred Douglass. Remember, he was part white. They don't talk about that, and it's sad that they don't talk about that. We mixed race people, many of us will categorize as pure black and pure this and pure that, and we're not pure, we're mixed. And they edit history. They don't even, if you bring it up in the classroom growing up, people look at you funny, in school. Maybe not in college, but in school. And that's why I'm very big on history. Actually, history, besides Spanish, is my favorite subject. And music, and of course, because I'm trying to be a singer actor. Okay, and drama. When I was in high school. So, that's the reason why I'm honoring this man. Because if it wasn't for Joe Olvera, it wasn't God for bringing Joe Olvera article in the Houston Chronicle in the late 90s, before I about to graduate high school, I would never know that Alamo. And I never forget being a fool. When we went to go, I won a history fair in 1994 when I was actually 93, but 94 in my 8th grade year, because it was, when I was learning about the Harlem music and all that, yes, and seeing the big bitty bomb bomb, listen to got 16.5, the Harlem, yes, that was my days back in 94, 93, 94, okay. So I won first place talking about the Choctaw Native Americans. That's in my DNA, okay, in my school, in my middle school, and those who won prizes, the first place, second place, whatever, it's history in science fair. The late spring, we're going to San Antonio. So we are never going to San Antonio, and I was so happy because that's the capital of the Harlem music. And I remember wanting to have the money to buy the Amor Prohibido album by Selena. That's when she was alive, okay? I remember going to the River City market, the mall, and seeing the indigenas from South America. I love seeing the indigenas play music, flute and all that. Yes, and I'm part native, so doggone well they bring history. So, and I never forget when we went to see the Alamo, and we went on the Alamo, and all of us, many of us of color, because I was the only person African American sent on the African American sent. Of course, I was acknowledged by multiracial heritage. That was in, yes, for real. I was. I think one of the chaperones probably, but I was the only student. Most of them were white, mostly African American, mostly Latino and Caucasian, okay? And we went on, because they said, what line, we actually watched that movie, are you on the Texan side or Mexico? And all of us, makes you want to cry, all of us went on the Texan side of that line in the Alamo. And you know, if I knew about this article back in 94, I would went on the Santa Ana side. I said, y'all being a fool. You can go on the Texan side because they were there for slavery. See, they didn't talk about the Alamo being for slavery. They edited out the Daughters of the Republic, whatever they call it. Confederacy, they owned the Alamo, lie about that. They even tried to deny that, okay? Because it was on Nickelodeon. I think one of the Latino kids found out that it was about slavery and wanted it to be known, and they was trying to wash that down the drain. And I never forget when I was there across the Job Corps Center, because I was getting my vocation, and I was one of the video editors. I was taking pictures while the Chicano guy that was with me from El Paso, he was doing the video. And I went to go visit Emmy Morgan Hotel, and it was because we had academic Olympics. And it's like Jeopardy of all the different Job Corps. They did, last year was 2004, because they said they were going to do it in 2005. And what happened was, when I was there, I went to Alamo in my spare time. I went to, of course, I went to River City while bringing back memories back in 94 and 96, because I'm ROTC. That's another story. We'll make a story about that. About some fighting going on and some drugging going on. We had to go back to our home in 96. Yes, we did. I was in the 11th or 10th grade. I was very upset. I was 16 going on 17. Y'all forget. But let's get back to the subject. So, I have a big mouth. So, I'm trying to work on that, okay? So, what happened is, when I was in when I was in San Antonio, and I went to the Alamo, and I remember hearing a Mexican American man saying that, well, yeah, we're mestizo. Dude, I'm no offense, dude. It is Alpha mestizo. Okay, just be real with it, okay? And this and that, and didn't mention anything about slavery, that the Texans were for slavery, and going against Santa Ana, making Santa Ana look like a doggone mean person, evil person. And I'm looking at this, oh, okay, Porcho. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what that word, well, actually I did, but I wasn't very into that, using that word then, because it was new to me when I went to El Paso knowing that word. Like that last time, I'm like, man, come on, man, please, dog, shut up. Cayete, shoes, you know you're lying. That's mentiroso. Come on, man. So when I go to talk to the lady, and I said, I want to email you, because I didn't get time, because I was so hectic trying to go to school when I go back to the Job Corps, and I wanted to email and said, ma'am, your history is lost. It is false. You know that the Alamo was about slavery. And I wish I would have met Joe Olvera when I was in El Paso and say, if you have your spare time, if you feel like it, let's email the Alamo, because it is a lie. Because it made me sick to my stomach. Going back to the 8th grade, 14 years old, 94, spring of 94, going on the side of that line that tells you that you're either on this side or that side. I felt like a sellout. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, yes, they really, and the reason why we have black on black racism, and I don't know about California, but here in Texas, is because of lack of education. Okay? We're taught to elevate the white Anglo-Saxon man. And I'm not being racist toward white Anglo-Saxon. I'm mixed with that, okay? Down the family tree. I just mentioned Irish and English, okay? It's French, which is not really Anglo, but you know what I mean. It's white. And, of course, Spanish, the Spaniard part of my roots is from Europe, okay? Not from Latin America, okay? It's from Louisiana mixed with black, okay? Of course. So, I just get offended by that. When I hear that people will sit there and try to argue with me. No, it was not by slavery. No, and Santa Ana was not fighting for black. Yes, he was. To y'all people of Negro heritage, that's not pure, dark, or light. Yes, he was fighting for African American people too. Okay? The whole idea was to save our behind so we would not be in chains in Texas. But white Anglo-Saxon slave master, Massa, Houston, caused that to happen. David Crockett in Austin. And I was with, y'all, it was last year. And I remember when they were celebrating the day of Sam Houston, and folks were going to Sam Houston University on 45, and you had Latino people taking pictures with this old white racist man. And I remember I got hell from white racist people from Houston, which I didn't care. And I even cussed it behind, you know me. I didn't go to Facebook jail, though. At the time, and they were talking about me being lynched, and I should be a slave for saying that Santa Ana was this. Yeah, for real. And I had Latino people, African people actually liking my comment. I had a bunch. And some white people. So, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't teach this. You know? So shout out, and I did not know that he passed away until late last year. He died last year in March, but I did not know that Joe Olvera, Mr. Joe Olvera, Senor Joe Olvera, he passed away, and that's one of the elders that I say, because he has some ignorant elder people, like he has some ignorant young people. See, yeah, okay. We have some older, intelligent elder people who will tell it like it is and not hold their tongue. And we need that type of guidance. And I'm about to be elderly too in a couple more years. I'll be 40, okay? So I'm about to be middle age, and once I'll be elder too, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm not forever young, okay? Like the Rod Stewart song, okay? Forever young, okay? Now, we get older. Y'all young people, y'all youngins, y'all who watch my video, y'all generation today, we call millennials. Yes, you're going to be old too. Okay, you call me all type of old man. I've been called, and I look good for 38 years old, 37 years old, I'll be 38. You can call me all the old stuff. So I don't get offended, okay? Because these youngins are going to be old just like me, okay? All right? You know what I'm saying? Not to call the man Joe Olvera old, but I have to respect. But it's reality, and I have no regret being older. I like being older. I don't like to be young. Remember, I hated being a child. I'm not MJ. I'm not Michael Jackson. I hated being a child. When I turned 18, 20 years ago, I said, thank you, Jesus. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you, Jesus. Yes! I felt like Janet Jackson, free at last, and it's on control, okay? I hated being a child. I'm a Leo, y'all. I'm not, I don't like to be told what to do. So, you already know that already. I like having him on I don't pay nobody his way. Like, I didn't know how it was, because all about the dog and me, okay? So, therefore, that's the reason why I'm making this video. And shout out to the Olvera family, those who relate to me, El Paso, any part of the United States. Look, your relatives, your dad, your grandpa, whatever, it wasn't for that article in the Houston Chronicle, I would not know that. So shout out, God bless y'all, and may he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Rest in paradise, because we need to know about this. I'm letting you know, Joe Olvera article opened my eyes when I was in the late high school year. And you know what I'm saying? And I knew it was about slavery. I knew as I started to read more history, I said, it had to be about slavery. Because while folks will celebrate, and then they some become part of Republic of Texas, and become part of Confederacy. Because I'd rather be in Mexico than be in Republic of Texas. You know what I'm saying? I would, because you'd be a slave. That's why since Trump, and good thing, since Trump about to become president, yes, we need to talk about this. Okay? So, trust me, you about to go back to them days, and I'm about to cross that Rio Grande. Yes, I am. Y'all talking about I ain't gonna do it yet. Shoots. Josephine Baker movie inspired me. Okay, when she went to France. That's my role model. Y'all can see him be called all type of N-word. That's not me. I have high respect for myself. Some of y'all need that. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Adios.